And what is going on, everybody? You are tuned into another episode of Binge Buddies. That is correct. And I am your host, Tony, and producer for the mother effing day. Manny out on assignment. Michael looming somewhere in the studio, but I'm right here. And boy, do we have a great show for everybody here tonight on a nice special early time, 6:30. That is right, dude. Let's look at the comments. Speaking of the time, Michael Thief in the house says, "Let's go, dude." And then Joshua says, "What up, fam? What a long day." He says, "What better way to cap off the day than watching all these binge B?" It says over here in your comments, but I'm sure on YouTube it's the emojis, dude, which is pretty solid. And then Joshua says, "Tony and Manny," and he goes, "I love that intro." Ha, he says. What a long day it has been for several souls out there. And like Josh B said, what better way to cap off your night? Maybe perhaps sit down at dinner, prepare your dinner, but nonetheless, listen to Binge Buddies. Like I said, great episode for you all tonight here. We're talking the Sympathizer episode 6 I'm on now. We're really chugging along there. We have a brand new trailer for Longlegs. There's a new Nicolas Cage movie. There's a lot of hot button, rapid fire news coming your way. And a first look at The Rock's newest role, which I think I was at least, surprised. I guess at the gravity of this role that he has, or at least how it looks anyway. But I'm super stoked to get into it. So let's do exactly that, dude. First thing I do want to talk about is the Sympathizer. Now, this is a show I've been taking you kind of through here, episode by episode, hopefully convincing somebody out there, honestly, to watch the show. Because it hasn't worked on Manny, hasn't worked on Mike, has not worked on Renee. And as far as I'm concerned, I think I've convinced no one to watch this show. But nonetheless, I'm still reviewing it because, to be honest, and not to like call anybody out or anything, but Screen Rant, a website, a organization I frequently cite, for kind of talking about, several news, whatever, movies, television. Anyway, great job they do over there at Screen Rant. And I will say I was kind of following along with this writer, specifically doing his recaps of the Sympathizer. And I guess maybe I haven't been keeping up with him a little bit, but I just kind of noticed that he stopped at like episode 4, I think, or episode 3, 2 episodes ago. Because I was like, oh, let me like look up what he thought about this episode, whatever. Not there. So as far as I'm concerned, I think I'm the only one even talking about this show, to be honest. And it's really freaking good, dude. I mean, Robert Downey is absolutely killing it in this show, excuse me. To mention, well, let's just get into the episode here. So where I left you off with is basically our main character, the captain, kind of recognizes the general's plans for kind of, getting back over into Vietnam and chasing and still defeating communism, right? How funny is that? But nonetheless here, we start off this episode where, again, he's kind of realizing now that the army, the little platoon that the general plans on sending over to, I think they say it's going to go through Taiwan. They go land Taiwan. They smuggle across suicide mission, of course, led by our buddies, our main character, the captain, led by his best friend, Bond. So you can imagine how he starts to interfere, whatever, and whatnot. And I don't know, dude, the general's character is so funny. In this show, because the way they kind of like portray him, at least in the first few episodes and everything, is kind of like this weak individual, someone who's being used as a puppet by the American government, just so America could do, have their own priorities or underlying reasons to go into Vietnam. So it made him look stupid, like I said, someone who is gullible, easily used, whatever. But really, as this episode or this season goes on, specifically this episode too, but we do kind of see that, when he gets to America, he still has like that profound love for his country, his culture, a sense of responsibility in terms of like helping lead these people, which is pretty dope. And then again, this latest episode, we see the general. Ironically enough, he takes the captain. Just get in the car, just throw the keys to him, get in the car. We're driving. It's late at night. They're going out to the Hollywood Hills, dude. And like, what is first fun loving, whatever. There's the drinks before the driving, whatever. It's the 60s, man. It's the 70s, man. the tone changes. All of a sudden, the music gets kind of eerie. It gets a little tense. And you're thinking, oh, shit, does General know the captain's a freaking mole here? Gonna go kill him in the Hollywood Hills? No. Lightens up. They're at some sulfur, hot spring, whatever, dude. They get literally butt naked, get in this pond, which is freaking hilarious setting. And the general, again, so talking about like how he's a POW camp, the Viet Cong, the communists, took his toe, whatever. But just another insight on, again, on how deep this character goes, just the general, too. In terms of, now I'm like, you're realizing, like, wow, this guy is kind of like a war hero. Like, he is a soldier and a leader at the end of the day here, which, again, pretty impressive character development, in my opinion, dude. Michael Domack, though, I gotta get the Domack's comment here. He goes, sup, boys? I know this is off topic, but I wish I could tune in during the AM, but I'm at work. Rangers Eastern Conference Final. Cannot believe they are dogs against the Panthers. I'd put the damn mortgage on it. Domack, music to my ears, dude. And I'm sure music to your ears. Michael and I rile to watch the Celtics. Although if you ask Michael, he thinks the Pacers are going to absolutely kill the Celtics, dude. I'm sure we'll talk about it in a little bit when he hops in here. He says, but the Sympathizer seems kind of cool. It is pretty freaking cool, dude. So I would definitely recommend you guys watch it. It's on Max, by the way. We're 6 episodes in, okay? And let me tell you, like, I'm thrilled, honestly, because what I just did with the general, that was stupid. That was nonsense. I don't even know what I was rambling about, honestly, because the whole underlying story here is that our guy, the captain, has to kill his next, I guess you could use the word prey, I guess. But for the general, in order really to remain also the spy, the double spy, he has to kill that fucking guy who he went to school with, the student who's banging fucking Sandra Oh now behind his back, 2-timing. Okay, wow. And then it's like he has to think to himself, like, dude, am I killing this man in the name of my mission, or am I killing him because he was banging the woman I love, dude? And it's this total like mind fuck of an episode the whole time. And then at the end of the day, you really don't see this coming too. Like, this is at the very end, this whole unravels. Because again, you're kind of like the whole show is you're really not sure if this guy is really on the American side or the communist side. Because he is supposed to be a double agent. He's a communist, all right? Supposed to be communist, Vietnam, America, leave, capitalism, no thank you. But then because he's so into his mission, there's this sick quote during the interrogation scene back at the re-education camp where it's like, do you know what happens when a mole spends too much time in the dark and then suddenly is thrusted into light? Which is what they're insinuating. They think that he was a mole for too long, dude. And to be thrusted back into communism back home, he couldn't be able to handle it, dude. Which is pretty crazy. And also could be factual, whatever. But nonetheless, we started to see him build a case against the general to not bring those soldiers back into Vietnam to take control. And again, he's kind of doing that, 1, to save his friend Bond, 2, to, again, like, he's the spy. He's supposed to help the communists here, not like the capitalism, American sympathizing Vietnamese people. But like that, those lines just get so freaking blurred all episode. So you're not sure what his motive is, but he starts to unveil the general's plan to the reporter guy who's banging his girl now. And it's like, again, what does he really feel? But he's taking photos, giving him tips, follow the money, and they literally, he shows him, he uncovers that the Americans, by the way, the congressman, one of Robert Downey Jr.'s character, is funding the Vietnamese. It's supposed to be a non-profit foundation thing, raise money, help the Vietnamese refugees. No, they're buying weapons. Okay, they're breeding soldiers. Okay, they're going back to invade Vietnam. All right, but it's all legitimized because it's supposed to be. It's under the veil, okay, of this nonprofit organization. And the freaking senator guy, Ned Freeman, whatever his name is, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Ned something. I had it written down. Hold on, stand by. Ned. It's Ned something. Damn it, dude. Ned Godwin, you motherfuck. That guy's like, oh, I'll just, they're votes to me. I'll give them money for anything I want, whatever, dude. And funding this And then so the captain shows the student what to do here, follow the money, he says, and it just unravels literally into the CIA and the senator who's clearly embezzling money from his own campaign to give to this. It was just kind of crazy stuff. Like, again, it was gonna be a big conspiracy. LA Times, dude. And the episode, Captain, bang, kills him. He's like, hey, if I'm a communist, literally admits to him that he's a communist and shoots him in the fucking side with the Coke can as a silencer, which I'd love to test to see if that's really real, but I don't think it is. And shoots him in the head. And the episode ends with Sandra Oh. She knows because the guy told her, hey, I'm meeting this guy. He's my informant. The captain. Bang. Didn't think pillow talk, whatever. You were wrong. So now you may have to kill Sandra Oh, dude. She's an idiot. She admits that she knows about him being a spy. Terrible move. He's gonna have to kill her, dude. Robert Downey Jr.'s characters just keep getting kind of crazy. Didn't really get too much of him, I suppose, this episode. So certainly about the captain, and he says goodbye to, to the general's daughter. I think, oh, dude, is the end him going? Oh, he volunteers for the mission. That's the end of the episode. He volunteers for the suicide recon mission to go back to Vietnam, and that's where they kind of leave you stranded until next week, dude, which is Sunday, by the way, episode 7. So being on the lookout for that. I'm totally stoked, super impressed with that episode. And the series so far. And again, I hope someone out there convinced to watch it because I feel like no one's really talking about it. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm that naive, if you will, but I really don't hear much people talking about this show. I've heard a little rumblings about, Robert Downey Jr. and his 4 different characters that he plays. Who again, constant crossover. We saw that scene too with the captain and his old professor, played by Robert Downey Jr. And he finds out that I guess Robert Downey Jr.'s the professor is anti-communism, like go capitalism in there in Vietnam, destroy the culture. And he was surprised. I had some words. What's up? My mother in the house says, hi, Aunt. And then she says, what channel? My mother wants to know what channel. Wow, that looks sick, dude. Powerpuff Girls and Mojo. HBO Max, Mom. So it's on HBO. I guess they do air it on Sundays. But you maybe could even find it on demand. I feel like Dad would really like this show. It's wartime, Sandra Oh's in it, Ma. You like her, Grey's Anatomy back in the day. Robert Downey Jr., like I said, too. That's huge. But yeah, you definitely would like it. You gotta pay attention though, Ma. You can't be falling asleep during the show. This again, I'll reiterate to anyone watching the Sympathizer, or watching here right now, wondering about the Sympathizer is what I should say. Half of it's in Vietnamese. There's a lot of Vietnamese subtitles. Pay attention. Also, there's, it is a spy show. So you have to also, you're kind of deciphering. I feel like I'm the spy, which I am in real life. I mean, I'm a spy. Don't tell Michael. But yeah, so go check it out. Max, 6 episodes. They're about an hour long. So it's 6 hours so far. So you have to catch up on. Michael Domack in the house says, let's LFG Celtics, says Domack. Matthew Gabriel also says, let's go, dude. You know what?
Fucking right, doggy.
Thank you very much. My mother says, sounds good. Thank you, Mom. What's for dinner tonight? You guys made tacos last night, right? What is for dinner? Meatloaf? No, maybe it's leftover tacos. Just a little. I don't know. I haven't eaten yet. Meal prep. Gonna have it at home, Mom. But so that's basically on the Sympathizer. Go check it out. Go look at it. Go enjoy it. The next thing I actually wanted to show you guys. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So this is Nicolas Cage's next film, which is, I don't know, interesting on many levels, I suppose. It is a horror film, which is pretty interesting to me, at least. I mean, I guess I wouldn't put it past Nicolas Cage, but it doesn't really seem like that great of a horror film, in my opinion. But it comes out July 12th. It's directed by Oz Perkins. Oz Perkins is actually, I'll show you what he looks like because you guys will recognize him. He was in freaking Old School. He was in Legally Blonde too. Let's share this tab instead. And he's literally like this no-name guy right now, but you recognize him from those movies back in the day. He has that look. He was in like those early mid 2000s movies, coming of age, whatever. He just, he's that guy. One of those guys, dude. And it's pretty interesting because he got a pretty crazy life. His father was Anthony Perkins, who did the remake of Psycho back in the 90s or 80s, maybe. Oh, no, what am I saying? He was the original Psycho, Anthony Perkins. I'm thinking of the Vince Vaughn remake, who passed away in the 80s, I believe, of AIDS. So he didn't wake up with a father, and then his mother also passed away in 9/11 too. Kind of crazy, but nonetheless, haven't really done a lot in terms of his career after that. After like 2003, I guess, has directed some horror films. Now working with Nicolas Cage in this one, so it's pretty interesting. Movie's called Longlegs, as I mentioned, comes out July 12th, I believe I said. But let's get this tab up. Share this tab instead. I mean, just watch it, and you tell me, people at home, what you think about it. But here we go.
Is it scary being a lady FBI agent?
Yeah. Take a nice long look. A letter was left with the bodies. Signed with one word.
I saw a beast rise up out of the sea with 7 heads and 10 horns. And on his horns he wore 10 crowns. And on each head was written a blasphemous name.
What aren't you telling me?
He'll kill and kill again.
I know you're not afraid of a little bit of dark. Because you are the dark.
Do you still say your prayers?
Never once. They scared me. Hello?
You could have made nice with me. But you didn't. And that has led to all of this. I'll be waiting.
All right, so that was not pretty much. That was the trailer right there. I mean, if that's what you're into, I suppose that's what you're into. Now, the only thing really that piques my interest, to be honest, is the fact that Nicolas Cage is that voice you hear in the background. And I guess he sounds kind of scary. I mean, I guess I'm kind of interested to see how it looks, but I don't know. To me, it just looks like your typical, not so different, like horror film. So, I mean, I don't know, man. You can take it as you leave it. Yeah, Keith says he wasn't even in it. Like, you just hear his voice, right? So you would imagine, at some point you're going to see him. He also says, binge buddies, let's get the party started. My mother says my brother made cheesesteaks. And I question how good they are, to be honest, if he made them. But nonetheless, I mean, I guess if you're looking for a midsummer scare with Nicolas Cage, something tells me there's something else going on here. Like there's some type of twist. Okay. But I guess fucking should I know, hey guys? Fucking should I know? Fucking should I know? Fucking should I know? I guess really at that point, right? But nonetheless, I probably won't be seeing this. If you really ask my opinion, if I had to go to the theaters and see this, it'd be probably kind of tight. So I don't think I'm going to go to the theaters and see this one, especially again, like mid-July. You're thinking summer movie blockbusters. You're not thinking B-list horror flicks. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think I have high hopes for this movie. My mother says they were really good. Cheesesteaks, peppers, onions. What would we put it on? Like a roll, bagel, ketchup. What was on the side? Salad, fries. Maybe just chips. Keith says I'm looking forward to that on horror movie with the killer POV. I can't remember the name. Killing Season, Killer Inside. Gosh darn it, dude. We watched the trailer to that one. Killer Inside. No. The Killer Inside, that the mind of Aaron Hernandez. Horror POV movie. Let's freaking go. Yo, what the fuck, dude? Are you serious right now? In a Violent Nature, that's what it's called. Someone else said it before I did. I swear to God in the comments. I'm stopping the stream right now. My mother said, on a hero, he gave dad leftovers, no sides. Keith says looks different, but it's like the last movie Nick Cage did. He was barely in the movie, and he says barley, like stripping the barley, even though it's Barbie. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I say don't see this. Don't waste your money on that, folks. Don't waste your money on any of it. None of it, dude. But let's move on from the Longlegs trailer. Let's go. First look at The Rock's new role here. Going to be pretty excited about this. If you ask me, but I guess you are just asking me because I'm the only one here, I guess, right? So The Rock is starring in this movie. The movie... oh my God, dude, what is the movie called? Why am I drawing a blank? Sorry, excuse me, dude. Smashing Machine. Which is great, dude, because it's the first. I mean, I guess they did a documentary on it, I suppose, but it's the first time someone's playing Mark Kerr in a movie, dude. And if you don't know who he is, Mark was a UFC fighter, I guess a mixed martial artist at that point, because he was in many different leagues. But known for just being an absolute freaking bulldog, dude, of a human. And I think obviously The Rock, big dude, he's the first to look, by the way. Bang. Here we go. So now you're thinking to myself, wow, you're thinking to yourself. I'm thinking to myself. You're not thinking to myself, but I'm thinking to myself, oh, like first image on The Rock as Kurt. Where is The Rock, dude? I don't see The Rock in here. Do you not see The Rock in here, dude? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? No, because he's freaking covered in latex and foam, and it's a mask. Okay, you can't smell what he's cooking. Oh my goodness, dude, so crazy here. His transformation. Now, for me, again, we bash on The Rock quite often here at Binge Buddies. Does he deserve it? I mean, yeah, I think so. He hasn't really proved himself as an actor. Think about The Rundown. Think about what the hell was the other movie? There was The Rundown and Standing Tall or whatever it was. Two of the exact same movies. He doesn't really have much depth when it comes to being an actor. Black Adam wasn't great and he didn't have that many lines in it. I guess you could say the first remake of Jumanji was okay. They did a sequel like that. I don't even know if it even came out. I didn't even see it. Doesn't even matter. What else did he do? The Tooth Fairy, or he was the Tooth Fairy. Stop it. Small role and the other guys. That was honestly probably my favorite role for him. The freaking Netflix movie, Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, Red Notice, terrible. Obviously the whole Fast and the Furious franchise. We know about the on-set drama between him and Vin Diesel, the dramatics. Not to mention, again, it's like a similar character every freaking movie, dude. And he was sticking his teeth in all these freaking franchises, dude. Rampage, stop it. Gridiron Gang was good. Yes, of course. No Pain, No Gain, right? That was the Mark Wahlberg one, too. Yeah, so he has, again, The Rundown was a good movie. Standing Tall was a good movie. Johnny Knoxville, Sean William Scott. Funny. Rosario Dawson, I think, was in one of them. Which one was it? I don't know. Christopher Walken's in one of them. I think the one with the Rosario Dawson. Which one was that? I don't know, because they're both the same movies. So he has good ones out there. Doom. I liked Doom, honestly. I don't know. People were kind of tight about Doom. I enjoyed Doom. The Rock in Doom was good. We know about the Scorpion King, though. He's had way more moments, I feel. Josh B, thanks for commenting in here on here, though. Keith says he liked it faster. He didn't talk that much. LOL. Exactly, dude. So you catch, you picking up what I'm putting down, as they say. But nonetheless, dude, I think this could be one of those roles, though, that redefines his career. After all the shit that we just went through, that The Rock put us through, this movie right here, A24 is doing it. Who the hell are the brothers making it, dude? They did the Uncut Gems. Sorry, Uncut Gems. The Safdie brothers are doing it. I believe the brothers, not just one of them. But the Safdie brothers have worked with A24 before. It's going to be, again, an A24 film. They're pumping money. And look at this, dude. Like, that first look still is crazy to me, dude. Crazy to me, dude. That's The Rock. So again, I think if he nails it, this is the type of movie, though, that there's going to revolve around the casting, obviously, of your main character. It's crazy. Especially someone as like, I guess, substantial, like it's substantial to even just look at, dude. And he has to fit when the second he opens his mouth and delivers that first line, you gotta be convinced, dude. And I guess time will tell. In the back of my head, I'm thinking there's an 80% chance this is successful for Dwayne Johnson here, which I think is really high. I have high hopes. That means a lot coming from me. 80%. I have 80% vote of confidence here, which is a lot, considering it's The Rock too. So, I mean, I'm super stoked for this one. But that's, I guess, time will tell. Again, I think we have some time to wait here. This is a first look. Let's see if we even have the Smashing Machine. Let's see, the Smashing Machine release date. I don't even know if we had one. 2025 at some point, it says. I mean, let's freaking go, dude. Like, this is what a time to be alive for Dwayne Johnson. I honestly am pulling for him. And I don't normally do this, but that first look image, I mean, and it's such a great image to pick because it's clear it was the other side of the ring. So you feel zoomed in, so you feel kind of far away, and you got to really kind of like get in closer to really see. And then you're like, wow. That's The Rock. All right. Keith did say before, I'm kind of over The Rock. But honestly, Keith, at this point, like knowing what I said, seeing what you saw, first look image, I mean, like, what is your vote of confidence in him at this point, dude, during this role? Because this is like, just that he's never done this before ever. Let me know in the comments though if you even Josh speak to anyone out there, any of the 18, 17 people, what's up, dudes, that are in here. 16 now. Facebook, somebody left on Facebook. Fucking let me know in the comments, dude. But let's move on to our next piece of news. Wow, dude, we are swimming through this episode like it's the English Channel, dude. That's correct, dude. Next piece. Rapid fire news, baby. Let's freaking go. There is so much rapid fire news to get to, actually. No motherfucking time to motherfucking waste, dude. Keith, what was the question? Keith, are you practicing Mario Kart right now? Because God knows you need it, dude. No, Keith, the question was like, what is your, like, how much confidence do you have in The Rock? Like, again, like taking you back. You said you're sick of The Rock. Like, after this role, you think maybe you'd think twice about feeling sick of him. I couldn't hear the sound stop. Josh P agrees. The Rock needs the right role to shine. Most of his roles were meh. Yeah, dude. No. I mean, it really is meh. But again, time will tell. I don't know. I mean, honestly, now the more I think about it, the more I gets me nervous. Honestly, that he's doing it. But nonetheless, dude, he's doing it. You know who's not doing it? Keith is not doing it. He's never gonna do it, dude. You never had me. You never had your car. Bang, dude. Speaking of The Rock, Fast and Furious, what's up? Get this one more. Oh, none at all. I watch him for a laugh. So he has no confidence. You think this movie's gonna be bad? Bang! Rapid fire. Keith is looking at freaking Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, dude.
You must be the Monopoly guy.
My finger missed there. Let's go. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, dude.
Fucking right, doggy.
Yeah. All right, let's get to some oh damn, I forget actually. What was oh, it was rapid fire news, baby. Let's freaking go rapid fire news. First thing, Johnny Depp back as Jack Sparrow. That is right, you mother jumpers. Apparently, well, in case you didn't know, Johnny Depp left Disney Jack Sparrow because of the whole Amber Heard thing. They said sayonara to Johnny Depp, and then obviously he was totally fine. They fucked up Amber crazy in the court. Netflix special, make more money on your Netflix special with another Netflix special of the court case hearing, whatever. Johnny said, hey, you want to not back me, think I'm crazy, I'm never working for you again. Bang, bang, bang. In the meantime, freaking Pirates of the Caribbean, they're going Margot Robbie spinoff while simultaneously making the 6th installment, by the way, of the freaking franchise, which is crazy to think about. But apparently, he could reprise his role as Jack Sparrow in the upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean, which is going to be a reboot, apparently, by the way. It's a reboot, which is not the Margot Robbie spinoff one, but it's a reboot, new characters, new whatever, but could possibly reprise his role. Disney's up for it, but is Johnny Depp up for it, dude? At this point, by the way, worldwide box office is well over we're looking at multi-billion-dollar franchise here. I'm looking at the worldwide box office. Curse of the Black Pearl back in 2003, 650. Dead Man's Chest, 1 billion, dude. At World's End, 960 million. On Stranger Tides, 1 billion. Dead Man Tell No Tales, world box office, 800 million, dude. So, gosh darn it, dude. That's like what, 4, 5, 4.5. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you doing standing around? 4.75, 475. It doesn't even matter, dude. It's a lot of money. You can't count. Keith can't count that high either. But we'll see. And if you ask me, if you ask my opinion, I don't think Johnny does it. And I think they would offer him a huge amount of money because Disney knows they fucked up by letting him walk. That's just my opinion, dude. Steve Carell has been announced, Steve Carell has announced that he is starring in a new comedy series, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because obviously The Office, you left, you did some other things, now you want to go back, whatever, you're really ready for this. But it's going to be on HBO, and it's a college-type setting. It's going to be complicated fam drama, but still comedy, created by Bill Lawrence, who created Ted Lasso, and also worked on another show that was funny. I forget what, but they've been signed on for 10 episodes, and apparently he's like a psychologist or something. There's a family dynamic, daughters in the college, whatever. They don't like him. Perhaps he's even a professor. I don't even know yet. But again, high hopes for it. I mean, HBO does do comedy well. Veep, Curb, not Dead to Me. Lie to Me, no. Bored to Death. That's what I'm thinking of. Ted Danson, Jason Schwartzman, hilarious. I mean, how do you doubt that? You know, so I guess it's going to be good. Steve Carell, too. You fucking kidding me? And I'm sure as we approach them, you know, writing and casting, the cast is going to be phenomenal. I'm sure he's going to grab, who knows, probably even some people from The Office, you know, like fucking Dwight or Jim Krasinski if he's not busy doing freaking Quiet Place. Little freaking loser, dude. Let's see, dude. Keith Metzger, I think he's a douche. I'm assuming he means Dwayne Johnson, not Johnny Depp, although could be maybe Johnny Depp douche. I don't know. Johnny Depp is always Captain Jack Sparrow, no doubt about that. Josh B said hot fire facts, dude. Keith Metzger says 13510 LOL. And then not rapid fire news, LOL, dude. Hot fire facts doesn't even matter, dude. Next up here, Zac Efron throwing his hat potentially in the MCU, has expressed that he would definitely want to be in the MCU, and then people are being rumored that he could be casted as the next Wolverine. Okay, as we know, Hugh Jackman going to be done after Deadpool 3, possibly, who knows? I mean, he's still hanging on to it, it's done already, but nonetheless, I think Zac Efron would fucking kill it, honestly, as Wolverine, dude. I really do. I think it's a genius move for him to do it. And I want to say Zac Efron's like 33, 34. He's got it in the bag. Clearly, look at Iron Claw. I mean, he's got the fucking bulk, dude. He could do freaking berserk. Oh, dude. All about it, dude. Speaking of the MCU, Ryan Gosling tossing his hat as potentially being casted in the MCU. Marvel Cinematic Universe, by the way, if you guys didn't really know, obviously, I mean, I'm not doing with freaking amateurs over here, okay? Ghost Rider. Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. Let's freaking go, dude. I'm totally for that. I'm a huge Ryan Gosling fan, although I have not seen Fall Guy. The reviews have been great. I think it looks like shit, if you ask me. So stupid, Emily Blunt, whatever. We'll get to her in a second, though. But I guess I'll see it when it comes out on streaming platforms, whatever. But nonetheless, Ryan Gosling, great actor, dude. Are you freaking kidding me? Blade Runner. I actually just watched that Blade Runner 2099 recently. Amazing, dude. Obviously, Barbie, he was great. The Big Short, Fraction doesn't matter. Ghost Rider, kill it, dude. So bang, right there. Ryan Gosling in the MCU. Next up, dude, Emily Blunt. Speaking of her, dude, has said in the same interview with Ryan Gosling that she's happy she's not in the MCU, which is pretty interesting because there's been a lot of actors, directors, Emily Blunt being an example here, Martin Scorsese, to be like, yo, these Marvel movies aren't even real movies. They're done in a freaking green screen. There's no character development. It's all about action. There's so many freaking different plot lines going on. You can't pay attention. It's not real cinema, which is interesting. I think it's an interesting debate because some obviously agree. I feel like most don't, though. But to see an actress to outright say, like, I don't want to be in there, interesting. While her husband, by the way, Michael, was in a Marvel movie, Doctor Strange, Multiverse Madness. John Krasinski, Dr. Reed. Keith says that would be awesome, I think, to Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, dude. That's been rumored out there, Michael. How sick is that, dude? I'm pretty pumped for that. Lastly, that was rapid fire news. Kinds of Kindness. First reviews are in. This movie, I believe, comes out in July. I have to double check here. I hope I wrote it down on the fucking doc, dude. June 21st release, mofo. I did take it down. And I'm freaking putting it back up, baby. Yeah, dude. There he is. Yeah, Michael watched The Big Lebowski first time ever this weekend, dude. Can you tell us a little bit about your thoughts? What? Why not?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
But it was good. It was funny. I did enjoy it.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
Definitely a different type of comedy.
Very different. To no surprise, I'm sure, to a lot of viewers who first saw it, I'm sure to Michael, but that movie when it first came out, bombed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did not do well. 15, 20 years later, all of a sudden, cult classic film, which is kind of crazy to think about. Coen brothers wrote that script, and they wrote every dude and man that was said. Like, none of it was improv. Everything was scripted. They're very specific about their movies, which is kind of crazy. Phenomenal piece of literature there, Keith. That's correct. Kinds of Kindness, as I said, June 21st release here. This is follow-up, basically, to Poor Things, right? For that Lathamos Godamos, that Greek director. Obviously, now we have Emma Stone back in the movie, his next film here, and the reviews are saying they're really good, dude, which is pretty surprising to me because, I mean, I guess not surprising because The Lobster was good, I guess, Colin Farrell. So this guy, Lathamos, or whatever his last name is, has proven himself as a good director, but I don't know, dude. I mean, I guess what time will tell. The trailer I saw did look good. We have some time. I'm definitely going to want to see it in theaters. I don't know if it's something that Michael would want to see. It's very sexual and stuff. Yeah. But Rotten Tomatoes, I think, has given it, by the way, Kinds of Kindness, the initial reviews, Rotten Tomatoes has given it 92%, which I think is interesting, something to bring up here, because Rotten Tomatoes, I mean, do we trust them? Because they got caught paying off critics to give good reviews for certain movies, which is interesting. And then again, you want to get some statistics here, Michael. Rotten Tomatoes rates this as 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, obviously. But then IMDb, 7.1 out of 10, which is a 71 out of 100. And then Metacritic rates it a 75 out of 100. So IMDb and Metacritic are very close. And Rotten Tomatoes is an outlier here, being highly above, which has been a company that's been caught being paid off to give good reviews for certain movies. Does that, I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, perhaps? I don't know. But, I mean, somebody better call Rotten Tomatoes. I guess I can try to call their like Rotten Tomatoes. Is it a contact us number? Log in, sign up, critics, contact, movies, shop news, show times. Let's see if we can get Rotten Tomatoes. Office number. Founded phone number. That is the phone number. They're in California. Oh, God, it seems like another pipe dream. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Keith, I'm sure, is talking about the Big L, baby, the Big Lebowski. I'm Sam Elliott. You got any good sarsaparilla? Hey, friend. All right, dude, have it your way. You really got to cuss so much. So that's just some food for thought there for kinds of kindness, by the way. It doesn't really matter to me none at that point. Dune 2, by the way. Michael, we'll get into you in just 1 second, sir. Dune 2.
I'm not. Whatever you want.
No, this is it. Like, this is it, buddy. Dune 2
You're welcome.
is who?
Another movie guy?
Another movie guy.
Yeah, TikTok.
Oh, let's go, dude.
He loves the place.
Oh, dude, thank you.
Not you. The place.
Yeah, but we are a
I
part of
know,
the
I
place,
know, I'm just
dude.
teasing.
Yo, why you gotta do that to me, man?
I got to.
Why? Why?
I got to.
Why? Why?
I got to. I got to.
Why?
I got to.
Why? Forgato. I
Forgato.
Forgato.
Fucking right, doggy.
Yeah, that's right. Dune 2 is now streaming HBO Max. Go check it out, dude. Dune 2, very good. Michael's even seen it.
I have.
But this is going to be bringing us to our next segment and our final segment, which would include Michael C. Theophil over there, looking nice.
Just got some VHSs. We are 2 away from completing this Batman VHS collection behind Tony. Now one away technically with this in our possession, sealed, which I didn't think it was sealed. Warner Brother Videos, Batman the Animated Series, The Secrets of the Caped Crusader. It's a movie.
Secrets.
The Cat and the Claw Part 1 and 2, Heart of Ice, and See No Evil.
Go Catwoman, baby. See No Evil.
And then an FHE special. Funny They Shrunk Michelangelo.
Wow.
Has Michelangelo been scarfing bad pizza?
Did Rick Moranis write this
Or
one?
has he been zapped by a powerful ray that's made him smaller than an anchovy?
What?
It wasn't the pizza. It was Talbot Breach, who, with his shrink ray, is out to collect the world's greatest ships for his living room and bathtub. But shrinking Michelangelo was major goofage. Now the other turtles are out to save their little bud from the big shrink. In a supercharged adventure that proves bigger isn't always better, unless, of course, you're ordering pizza.
Oh, bigger isn't always better unless you're ordering pizza.
Pretty dope.
Oh, that's fire, dude.
Yeah. So those are 2.
Honey, I Shrunk the Turtles. Those are great
Bang.
pickups, dude. Bang. If you had to pick one right now to watch for the rest of your life, which one would it be out of those 2? You heard what I said.
Probably
Ooh.
out of these.
Out of those 2?
Oh, out of these 2, Batman.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would pick Batman too.
Yeah, out of these 2 for sure. But if
Yeah.
it was another one, I don't know.
Oh, Cape Crusader, the Cat and the Claw, baby. Let's go. All right, guys, that pretty much do it. We have 2 comments on the way out here. Joshua said, I can't believe Michael didn't like the Big L. He says he did.
Who said I didn't?
Josh B.
Who said that to give him that idea?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you just said before you liked it. He probably wasn't listening. Maybe he misheard you. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, dude. Keith, I need the bucket if I watch Dune 2. Well, you're gonna have to. It's $100 an hour. Okay, dude. And it may go up. Dude, like what? Going on?
Dude.
Oh. All right, guys. That'll pretty much do it here. I think it's time for us to go. Pardon me. Josh says, "Oh boy, here we go." So right now on the tubes, this is what you're gonna watch between now and fucking this weekend. Mad Max, any one of them. I'm watching Fury Road tonight after the Celtics game. In my bed to be nice and comfy and good. Hope I don't fall asleep during it. But if I do, that's why I'm doing it tonight, because then I can back it up on Wednesday and watch it back after Gaming Corner. And then by then, Thursday, fresh to go into Furiosa, which we clocked in 3:45. What's up, brother? AMC Trumbull. Check it out. Do we got great seats? I think J or G 9 and 10. G 9 and 10 because we're G's and he's a 9 and I'm a 10. Boo! What's up, dude? That's right, brother. Oh, that's so funny. Damn, I had a point though after this. I had a different point that I was like, oh, we should go watch this, but I think I lost it now. Mad Max Fury Road. Damn it, dude. Doesn't matter. I guess maybe I'll remember it. Maybe I'll think about it for Friday. That's disgusting, Keith. Keith says, does that include one of you guys holding it for me? The Dune bucket. $100 an hour.
Wow, that's not nice.
That sounds like some Kevin Spacey shit.
That does.
Oh, I didn't talk about that. I talked about the Kevin Spacey documentary. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
First episode, it kind of sucked, actually. It's not a good documentary. I mean, he definitely was diddling guys unannounced. Like, just like tried to be, again, they go into like how it was not cool to be openly gay, you know, at that time, which is why a lot of actors didn't do that, which is why you said a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but still it was like understood like in the business how that it was bad for your acting career. It was bad for your career to do that. They use examples like Ellen DeGeneres and whatnot, what have you, other guys. But they do say, well, this is no excuse for this behavior, but you do see a lot of like this stuff go on because of it, whatever, almost sympathizing with Kevin Spacey. And they do mention, but although in the beginning they say, hey, he was found not guilty, but these are 10 people not included in the trial. And they fucking like, whoa, man. Only one episode in, there's 2 episodes going on. I believe Keith, I think, is in the second one, he told me.
After that comment.
Yeah. But I guess go check it out. It was like the interviews were very classic, well lit. Obviously, some strong stuff here. It's a shame, but I think that's a good way to end it, dude. It's a great way to end an episode, right? You got anything else, dude?
No, that's about it.
Right? I would say great episode, great time, great night to everyone. Good night and good luck and Godspeed, Keith. Live long and prosper. Okay. And we'll see you Sportsport tomorrow, 10 a.m. Wrapping up a Mets victory. Let's freaking go, Josh B. Good night. Dinner time. Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.